Civil War 2024 review.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We never really learned what exactly led to the trivial Civil War, and that's both its biggest feature and bug of writer-director Alex Garland's film. It works because we were allowed to fill the blanks thanks to wikis around why the United States split into three warring factions. It can sport every ideology and theory. What's more, the lack of specifics helps make this a malleable story. There's understanding no more toward familiarity with American politics. In fact, the less you know about the current political landscape, the more Civil War makes sense. The problem is that the opposite is also true. The moment you start thinking too hard about the logic of the conflict, the less possible it becomes that this is happening, at least based on your current situation. But even then, Civil War sidesteps the issues because the actual plot is less about the interstate conflict and more big road trip movie about a group of journalists traveling to Washington, D.C. to try and interview the president, documenting the State of the Union along the way. This is the big trick Garland pulls, and what makes the Civil War stand out. Our entry point to the story is Lee, a veteran war correspondent who seems all kind of acrobatics that the him is capable of. A Kirsten Dunst giving the character I have seen some sync log sells you on how much he's become most desensitized to violence, and this illusion with seeing her country falls to some of the conflict he witnessed abroad. Without any words, she accompanied by Wagner Moura's Joel, a medical journalist who get ready to get a sight of violence thrives in starring death in face and lives for the danger. Their dynamic offers some necessary levity in what otherwise a heart-wrenching story, with Moura giving his character an infectious enthusiasm and glee that complements Dunst's stubbornness with them is played by Stephen McKinley Henderson. Has an older writer along the right, and he becomes a sort of parent figure to the eager jest. Actor Cailee Spaeny gives the character to the kind of extreme navigator that made her so compelling to watch. A Peninsula. It's in spite of what clearly a horrible situation. Jessie idolized Lee, and all she wants is to join the cohort of combat journalists without fully understanding what she getting herself into. This is the key to the Civil War. Garland wants to make a big love letter to power of journalism, one which manages to convey the dedication, impact, sacrifice, joy, and the thrills of delivering important news that Orson Scott dream portraying. With the newsroom from the moment we first met. Lee, Joel, and Sammy in the New York hotel room chatting cheerfully about their work despite having witnessed a horrific suicide attack. Civil War deliver a pure and faithful representation of the total war journalism take and the way reporters cope with the horror they see in order to deliver what Lee calls a warning home. That is the crux of Garland's use of Civil War scenario, and it's used to show all the mundanely horrible and violent things Americans don't want to think about, because those things don't happen here. Every time I survived the war zone, one thought I see you standing a warning home. Don't do this. To deliver that point, Civil War takes a very grounded, matter-of-fact approaches to violence, showing bodies getting shot to bits, set on fire, and blown up. It makes the story more affecting because of how real it feels. To that point, Civil War used the sound of simply executing with long stretches of absolute silence that increase the tension, but also help showcase just how used to violence the characters are. By the silence gives way to defending sound of gunshots, it becomes as terrifying and heart-pounding as many horror movies effectively using war as a jump scare. This is particularly true once Jesse Plemons' character shows up, the grandeur, using the signature deadpan look to deliver a terrifying shopstalker performance. And the tenth scene in the Civil War. Okay, what kind of American you are? It helps the Civil War is being shown in IMAX cinemas because the larger format truly encapsulates the epic scope. Reportedly the most expensive film a 20 RR IN ever produced. This money is definitely on the screen. It feels massive in scale with hundreds of extras turning pictures of a Boston, USA, and epic battles on the Lincoln Memorial, giving the story a summer blockbuster feel. Cleverly, photojournalism is integrated into the film, and itself constantly interjecting still photos. Characters are taken into action scenes. This shows how a story becomes a picture and how a picture tells a smart part of much larger story. Again, the lack of details regarding this political situation work in Civil War's favor when showing that the country is so deep, so swart that everyone has a kind of forgotten why they're fighting in the first place. Like during a scene when two soldiers are trapped by a sniper and they argue that they are just there until one kills the other. No matter the region someone trying to kill us, we are trying to kill them. Similarly, the times when Garland shows how the war is impacting smaller communities like passing through a town that's completely ignorant to what's going on or a random meta indiscriminately killing people. It's almost feel like a Fallout game in how expand the world through vehicles. We just try to stray out that what we see on the news seems like it's for the best. Civil War delivers a challenging, thrilling, heart-pounding movie about the importance of journalism in times of conflict, about how easily we become desensitized to violence when we are living through it. Writer-director Alex Garland gives story to the scope and visual styles of summer blockbuster but keeps the focus on the journey the character take and how war affects them. Thanks for watching, like, hit and subscribe our channel.